this is Globalization, and I represent India. Thijs is from Denmark. Elena is from Spain, obviously, and Luis is from Colombia, and
Thank you.
As from Uzbekistan. So one of the reasons we don't have a proper presentation is that we all represent different cultures and we had a good fight, and that's what some of us wanted to make it funky, some of us wanted to be serious because he comes from a very serious background. This guy represents hippie culture, so he's like, no, I'm too cool for it. So,
I didn't show up.
Yeah, so it's like no one represented. So basically we don't have a presentation, we're just going to speak to you. What we're going to do is we're all going to say our example of how culture is bad for how globalization is making culture in a bad way. Culture basically is like an identity of a society. Each society has its own identity, the way they talk, the way they eat, all that stuff. Thijs is going to start with an example with a linguistic way, how Denmark's, because of globalization, the culture has kind of changed.
Yeah. Well, first of all, in Denmark, we always felt very unique. We dressed like this. But nowadays, because of globalization, we dress like this. So it's kind of more boring. And as well, I can't speak Danish too, because only Lasse would understand. But our language nowadays is very Anglified. In that sense, there's actually an organization in Denmark with, I think it's 3,500 members who are against the Anglification of the Danish language, because we're losing our own language. I mean, it's all English now. You're stealing our language from us, and we don't have an identity anymore. It's an identity crisis. Who are we? It's all converging, and our distinctiveness is getting lost, which is terrible. So Helena's going to come with it. Oh, Azama is going to come.
My example is very similar to Thijs' one. I would like to give perception of Central Asian population to the whole globalization thing. As you probably know, Central Asia has a long history. Some of the countries are, one of the most oldest countries, cities in the world. Like, Samarkand are more than 3,000 years old. And with the globalization, the argument was that, for example, through music, we're getting all the negative things, and that contradicts basically the fundamental values of people's cultures and sometimes even religion. And it basically takes off key values such as, for example, respect to adults, modesty, that kind of thing that the tradition through many years has been embracing in our culture. And actually, just a small funny example, in one of the Central Asian countries, I would name it like heavy metal and some kind of music was called as satanic. Recently, it actually has been officially prohibited in the country. So it's just a small example.
Okay. My case is about my family. My great-grandfather was a fisherman. My grandfather was a fisherman. I'm a fisherman. My kids are learning the art of fishing, cultural fishing. And now this American industrial fishery wants to come in, and they're trying to make us believe that there's no need to fish anymore because they are going to do the work. We can work and get employment with them, work with them, and there's no need for food, there's no need for everything. They will be bringing global goods. McDonald's will be around, Starbucks will be around, Walmart will be around. So there's no need to keep fishing for our own use. We're not allowing this fishery in the town, in our local community. We don't need them. We have been good for centuries, and we'll try to keep doing the same.
And I would like to talk about the food, which is really important. When talking about culture, I don't think Spain is a country, it's not the same culture. I'm going to talk about the Mediterranean diet, which is also a culture. The Mediterranean diet is known as being one of the healthiest diets in the world. But this has disappeared because of the appearance of McDonald's, Burger King, and all these fast food chains or all different kind of food diets all over the world that are making our own personal diet disappear. So nowadays, instead of Mediterranean diet, we go and grab a McDonald's. I don't know what's the name of the McDonald's thing. Big Mac, and all these things. And is it good for the country? Well, if we watch the documentary of Michael Moore, which is also American, by the way, about the McDonald's, Super Size Me. I don't know if you've seen about it. I don't think globalization is that good. So, to sum up about globalization and culture, I would like to show and make a small resume. So, globalization. Where are you from?
Colombia.
Tell me something about Colombia.
Coffee.
Where are you from?
USA.
Tell me something about USA.
Management.
Where are you from?
Scotland.
Tell me something.
Alcoholism.
Where are you from?
Sydney.
Australia. Tell me something positive about your country.
Rugby.
So, to sum up,